Welcome to Story Planet, where we bring you relaxing tales to help you unwind. Tonight's story is Holidays, Hometown, and the Winter Festival. Join us as we journey through snowy memories, cherished traditions, and the warmth of lifelong friendship. So settle in, get cozy, and let this heartwarming tale transport you to a place of peace and joy. Now, let's begin. Kelly's heart raced as the train slowed, the sign for Silver Pine Station emerging from the veil of snow that swirled gently in the crisp morning air. After years of being away, she was finally returning to the hometown where her heart had always lingered. As the train hissed to a stop, she stepped down, her boots crunching on the snow-packed platform, and was immediately engulfed in a warm, familiar hug. "Kelly!" Beth exclaimed, her cheeks rosy from the cold, her smile wide enough to melt the frost. "It's been too long," Kelly laughed, her voice tinged with emotion as she embraced her childhood best friend tightly. "Far too long," she replied, feeling a warmth spread through her that no winter chill could touch. Beth, ever the planner, had taken time off just to spend the week with Kelly. "I'm your official guide this week," she declared, linking arms with her, "and I'm not letting you miss a single thing. But first, let's get you home. Mrs. Reed's already made me promise we'll stop by the bakery this afternoon." The walk to Kelly's family home felt like a journey back in time. Snow-draped lanterns cast a golden glow on the cobbled streets, and children's laughter echoed as they zipped by with sleds. Beth kept up a steady stream of chatter, pointing out every little change in the village, from the new coats of paint on the shop fronts to the tree someone had decorated at the edge of the square. Kelly smiled at her enthusiasm, the years melting away with each step. The next morning, after warming up with tea and reminiscing by the fireplace, the duo set out to visit the places that had shaped Kelly's childhood. Their first stop was the old schoolhouse, a small brick building nestled on a snowy hill. Kelly froze at the sight of it, memories washing over her like waves. "Still looks the same, doesn't it?" Beth asked, nudging Kelly's arm. Kelly nodded, her voice catching. "Even the swing set." The playground was blanketed in snow, but they could still make out the shapes of the swing set and the climbing frame where they'd spent countless hours. They stood by the white picket fence, laughing at shared memories of snowball fights and building forts so high their teacher had to call them back inside. Kelly pointed to the hill behind the school, remembering the thrill of sliding down on makeshift sleds, while Beth recalled the time they got stuck in a snowdrift and had to be rescued. Their next stop was the old church, its stone walls dusted with frost and icicles glinting in the soft sunlight. Kelly pushed open the heavy wooden doors, and the familiar scent of candle wax and aged wood greeted them. The stained glass windows cast a kaleidoscope of colors on the stone floor, and the hush of the space filled Kelly with peace. They lit candles together, Kelly pausing to whisper a quiet prayer for the family and friends who had always made Silver Pine home. Beth lingered by the old pews, running her fingers along the polished wood, and teased, "Remember how we used to sit here during Christmas Eve service, trying not to giggle when the choir sang too high?" Kelly smiled, her heart swelling with warmth. "And how we'd sneak cookies from the reception afterward." Each day unfolded like the pages of a cherished book, filled with laughter and nostalgia. Beth ensured they didn't miss a single thing. They wandered through the woods behind Kelly's family home, stopping at the clearing where they used to build snow forts. They visited the frozen pond at the edge of the village, joining the children in skating and laughing as they tried not to fall. They even braved the icy hill behind the school, sliding down on old wooden sleds like they had as kids. By the time the winter festival arrived, the duo had explored every corner of Silver Pine, their days flying by in a blur of snowy adventures and heartfelt conversations. "This week is going by too fast," Kelly remarked as they walked to the festival square. Beth grinned. "That just means we're making the most of it." The festival was the highlight of their week. The square was alive with music, the scent of spiced cider wafting through the air, and the warm glow of lanterns reflecting off the snow. They sampled roasted nuts and mulled wine, joined a snowball fight with old friends, and sang carols around the towering bonfire. As the lanterns floated into the night sky, Kelly whispered her wish aloud, to come back soon. Beth squeezed her hand. "You'd better." When Kelly's final day arrived, Beth insisted on seeing her off at the station. The snow fell lightly as they hugged tightly on the platform, neither wanting to let go. "Thank you for everything, Beth," Kelly said, her voice trembling with emotion. "You made this week perfect." Beth wiped a tear from her cheek, her own voice unsteady. "I'm going to hold you to that promise to come back soon." "I mean it," Kelly replied, her eyes shining. "No more years between visits. Next time, I'm bringing more time with me." As the train pulled away, Kelly looked back, seeing Beth standing there, waving until she disappeared from sight. The snowy hills of Silver Pine faded into the distance, but her heart was full. The warmth of her hometown and the love of her oldest friend would stay with her, carrying her through the months ahead until she could return again. Relax. Thank you for joining us on Story Planet. If you felt like you were walking through the snowy streets of Silver Pine, sharing in Kelly and Beth's heartfelt moments, and reliving the magic of holidays, consider giving a thumbs up. If this story brought you warmth and peace, share it with friends and family to spread the joy. Don't forget to subscribe for more relaxing tales from Story Planet, bringing serene escapes to you every day. Wishing you a peaceful night and sweet dreams.